Welcome everyone to Family Life with Hope. I'm so glad you are here today as we discuss an important topic: long distance relationship challenges and solutions. Love knows no distance. Yes. But let's be honest, navigating a long distance relationship is not always easy. While these relationships can be deeply fulfilling, they demand extra patience, trust, and creativity to keep the connection strong. Whether separated due to work, education, or personal circumstances, couples must be intentional in maintaining closeness despite the miles between them. This video breaks down the most common hurdles of long distance relationship and provides practical solutions to help you strengthen your bond, bridge the emotional gap, and build a thriving relationship no matter how far apart you are. We're going to look at the biggest challenges and solutions in long distance relationship. We know that when couples are together, they enjoy each other. Everything they do is together. Whatever they are doing, they're both seeing what they're doing. They carry each other along. At the same time, remember, they can still be in the same place and they are distance in relationship also. But in this video, we are concentrating on distance as a result of traveling out from one another to either to another location, to another country, to another state. That's what we're going to look at now. Challenge number one is the absence of physical presence. One of the toughest parts of long distance relationship is missing the little moments you share together when you are in the same roof, like holding hands, shared routines, the feeling of being in the same room even when you are silent, and a comforting hug after a long day. This things tend to be missing, and to an extent, it become a challenge. Without physical closeness, loneliness can creep in for sure, making emotional connections feel more distant. But there's a solution to this. You have to bridge the gap creatively. Level up your video calls. Thank God today there are various means you can connect and talk and feel more closer, unlike before. Don't just talk. You can plan some things together, like cook your dinner together, have a virtual coffee date, or even just stream a show in sync. There are various ways you can do it, but you have to plan it out very well. Seeing each other's faces in a shared activity makes the distance feel a little smaller. Like when you say you're cooking together, the video is on, you can set it in a way that the camera is capturing what you're doing and plan your time to be in sync and you're doing it together. Both video, you can say, okay, want to watch this kind of video, this topic, okay, let's do it. In so doing, you are gradually bridging the gap of physical presence. Embrace the old school, or we say the old school, in an age of instant messages, a handwritten letter or a surprise care package with your favorite snacks or gifts can feel incredibly intimate and thoughtful. Yes, you can do the messaging, you can do the voice noting. Sometimes try to just create something with your handwriting. Try to arrange to send some packages. It helps to bridge the gap. We have another challenge, that is communication barrier. This is very, very important. And when we talk about communication here, the challenge involved is the time zone, different time zone, hectic schedules from both parties, spotty Wi-Fi. There will be challenges of Wi-Fi. The network is not working well, or the data is so slow, or the data is running fast. You cannot stay long in your calls. Digital misunderstandings can sometimes feel like navigating a minefield, and keeping conversations smooth and meaningful takes effort. For this to happen, for your communication to be ongoing and you carry each other along despite your distance apart, it requires effort, no doubt about it. And couples have to be intentional to see that this happen in their relationship. Without clear and intentional communication, small issues can spiral into frustration. Even a simple "I'm busy" text can be easily misinterpreted as "I don't have your time" or "I don't have that time for you." But it depends on how you have planned it to see that you carry each other along. Here is the solution. You have to communicate with intentions. Be clear and open in your communication, in your conversation. If you're having a bad day, say it. If a message felt a little off, ask about it instead of letting it simmer. There is nothing wrong to ask questions. Because you're staying apart, you're not staying together, you're not seeing the facial expression. This happened to me also because what I'm discussing with you, friends, today is something that I have experienced and I have been part of it. When I was staying apart from my husband, this communication was a little bit an issue. Some talks will be having that conversation. I'm not seeing his facial expression, neither is he seeing my own body language. Now, it could be that he's saying something else and I'm understanding it in a different way. Then I'll get angry. I'll be like, why are you talking this way? Or why are you not responding to my messages? What is happening? Then he's coming back to say, I've been here waiting for you. You are not there. So what is it? It could be that something has taken me off the time that I'm supposed to respond to that message. Then it will be like, oh, you're responding because you don't care. So we are here, you're just there, and you don't want to know how we are feeling. Don't feel like you can communicate. And you cannot tell me that you don't have time to talk to me now. So it become an issue. But we're able to address it and have agreement to say, in case this thing happen, this is the issue, this is my challenge, or this date we are talking about, I was in a fixed situation. You have to be able to communicate clearly for your spouse to understand the situation. Also, if the children are involved, you have to carry them along. So address concerns openly before they grow into misunderstanding. It's very important. And over communication is your best friend here. There's nothing like saying, I'm talking too much, or he's talking too much, or this. No. In fact, that is the key. Over communication is your best friend. Vary your communications. Mix texting with voice notes. Sometimes when you're texting, this English language, sometimes you can be typing different thing when you have a different thing in your mind. Convey your message through voice notes is key. Send voice notes, video messages, and schedule calls. Not everything you go on texting. Video calls do a whole lot wonder. Then some things go on voice notes, record it, and be clear in your conversations. Hearing your partner's voice or seeing their smiles add layers of meaning that text alone cannot convey. This is true. So send some voice notes if you happen to be in long distance relationship. You're staying in a different state, different country, your partner is staying in a different state or different country. Try to adopt this method. Use voice notes, video messages, texting also, but not only on text. So vary your communication. It will help in your relationship and bridging the gap. Point number three is trust and insecurity. This is a very big challenge too. With miles between you, doubt may surface, leading to trust issues, insecurity, or even unnecessary jealousy. The lack of daily physical presence can amplify these feelings also. if reassurance and transparency are not prioritized, you see, when you are in long distance relationship, it's important that you build the trust even before that long distance relationship happens. Or if you're already in long distance relationship before you start your relationship, what I mean by this, it could be that the man is staying in a different country, the woman is staying in a different country before they even get into coming together to start off their relationship. You have to build this trust. Your yes has to be your yes. Your no has to be your no. You have to build the integrity that will convince your partner to trust you. And when this is in place, then it will take away insecurity, it will take away unnecessary jealousy. The lack of this will bring problem. Now, solution to this is building a foundation of unshakable trust. Be transparent and about your daily routines and social interaction to ease worries. You have to be transparent about it. Reassure each other and be transparent about your lives, not out of obligation. See, telling your partner what you do, your routines, your daily routine, this is what I do, and this is how I go about it. It's not out of obligation. Rather, it helps to strengthen the bond between two of you. Define clear boundaries and expectation that nurture security and confidence. In this point, okay, when I was staying in a different country. My husband was staying in a different country. And one of the things that my husband, the time he was telling me, I was like, wow, this is good. I also communicated my own boundaries to him. And we both kept to this. You see, what it will help you to do, it will give you sanity. It will save you some unnecessary pre-assumptions from both you, your partner, and people around. One of the things my husband did from his own side is that when he's going out or driving, he doesn't carry women in his front car. He will only carry a woman in the car when the children are inside the car or sometimes with family members around. It's not that he cannot do whatever he wants to do, but this is kind of sanity he has set for himself so that nothing crept in from anywhere. Even in the house, no stranger visit the house, except family members and core family members. Because it's better to keep some unnecessary preassumptions away from you than to just be liberal and before you know it, something that you never planned will happen. And then the sanity that he placed on himself on this area. So people will not begin to just speculate what is not the truth. So that boundary was there. And from my own side, there are places I don't go where I say I make sure that no male visitor, and I don't go out with any male. It's not that I don't know myself, I know, but you don't know who is watching from wherever they are. You are being genuine, you're going about your normal business. But also you have to consider people around you also. Your movement, the things you do, you have to checkmate yourself and set certain boundaries. This will help you to build your trust and discipline, both to you, your spouse, and people around you. You have to define clear boundaries and expectations. Practice honesty. Small gestures of consistency enforces faith in the relationship. Honesty is key. Whatever that you're doing, be honest. Communicate that to your partner. Celebrate each other's lives. Very important. Even though you're staying some miles apart, instead of feeling left out, be each other's biggest cheerleaders. Oh, yes. I was doing that also. Get excited about their work presentation or their fun night out with friends. Even when I was staying apart from my husband in my workplace, we do have some programs, we do have some fun activities. Each step of what we do, I make sure I communicate. I record the videos, I share my achievements with my husband, and he too will celebrate me. Then whatever he is doing, he is sending to me, he is communicating me, and I'm his number one fan. Yes, even the children, the school activities, everything at each step of it, I'm on the know. Even the children get used to it to say, sometimes they'll come around to say, have you sent to my mommy? Please snap and send to my mommy. Mommy, when are you coming online? I have something to show you. This is my achievement today. This is my certificate. How are you? Are you back from work? All those things, it keeps the bonding. It builds it. So you have to make sure you build that trust, celebrate each other, try to create fun, even though you are some miles away. Challenge number 4 is emotional drift. As life unfolds separately, couples may struggle to stay emotionally aligned. Yes, it's a big challenge, especially when personal growth, social circles, and day to day experiences differ. Without nurturing a connection, emotional distance can slowly take hold. And it's a dangerous thing to allow the emotional drift to take center stage in your relationship. Do not allow it. The solution to this is create a shared world. This will help to deepen your emotional connection. Exchange heartfelt letters or emails. It adds a touch of nostalgia and romance in your relationship. Keep a joint digital journal to document milestones, send surprise gifts, or thoughtful care packages to make each other feel cherished. Yes, how do you do this also? Start a two-person or family book club, play an online game together, or learn a new skills through an online courses. You have to try to get something that keeps you together. Having a shared hobby creates a private and world that belongs to only two of you or your family. When you keep a joint digital journal or document milestones, it helps to refresh your memories and how to have that open and one-on-one uh, conversation, the reading, some online games. This helps to build the bonds. So when you do this, at least it helps to remind you to refresh your mind that yes, this person, this my husband, this my wife is still with me. But when you allow that gap, and because of your working environment or the place you are in, then the other person begin to feel being left out. You don't allow this to happen. The next challenge is financial and travel struggles. Visiting each other takes time, it takes money, and it requires careful planning. This is a challenge. So the inability to meet up in person frequently can add strain and make moments of togetherness feel rare and fleeting. Yes. In my own case, I would say I turned to cabin crew. When I was staying in a different country, my husband and children were staying in a different country. Thank God for my kind of work. I have to plan myself that I visit home often. Yes, this is because I have that opportunity to utilize it to visit home often. I go 2 months, sometimes three months, and any opportunity that comes for me to be able to have kind of that to give me a day off, I utilize it well. I go and ignore the pay. Sometimes if you do some overtime, they can say, do you want it to be paid or want it to be as a leave? I say I prefer to use it for leave. So in so doing, I was able to accumulate some days. I add it up to my annual leave. I use it to travel, to visit my home, my family, my children. Your own, it could be that you do not have that such opportunity, but whatever it is that you are able to lay your hand on, you have to put it in plan to visit each other often. Don't just stay for so long. Yes, conditions can lead to that, but try as much as you can to see that you plan to visit very often. Then Solution to this also is you have to build a future together. Discuss your long-term goals and how your relationship fit into them. Set milestones for in-person visit and relationship progression. Then plan your next visit in detail. Then, as I'm visiting now, before going back, we have planned again my next visit. When am I coming? Because I was opportunity to be visiting. So then the children also will be like, Mommy, now you're leaving. When are you coming again? We agree. I'll tell them, okay, I'll be coming again in next 3 months. And I make sure that every of the activities, the program that is happening, I was present. Yes. So what I do in that space of 3 months, I plan my calendar in a way that it fits into the birthdays, the programs they are doing either in school or in church. I'm there to celebrate the Women's Day with them, to celebrate the Men's Father's Day with them, to celebrate their graduation, and every other thing that was happening. I try to fit it into that. So stay supportive of each other's personal growth and ambition. It will help to strengthen your relationship, even though you're staying apart. This shared vision will be the glue that holds you together. Very important. You have to plan it. Yes, long distance relationships are tough. No two ways about it. But they are also a powerful test of love, trust, and commitment with consistency, openness, and a little creativity. You can turn the distance into a chapter that strengthens your story and ends it. You want to learn more heart centered relationship advice? Subscribe to Family Life with Hope for inspiring content on love, connection, and driving in every stage of life. Till next time, see you on our next video.